Hello friends, we were talking about my 2024 goals today and I'm very excited because we're gonna rewatch my goals video that I made last year and we're gonna see if I hit my 2023 goals and then we'll make some new ones for 2024. Hello friends, it's time for 2023 goals and I could not be more excited because this was the first video that I ever made on my channel a little under a year ago. That's right, I completely forgot that this was the first video that I ever made on my channel. So this is actually my third time doing this video. How exciting. For example, I have a channel goal to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Aww. Wow, okay, yes. So my subscriber count goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. And as we sit here, I think I'm at about 3,700 something. So we hit our goal. We surpassed our goal by quite a bit. Thank you all so much for being here. I think my subscriber goal going into 2024 is going to be to hit 5,000 subscribers. We will see if that happens. Like I'm about to say in last year's video, that's not really something that I can control. I can make good videos that I'm proud of. I can put them out at a regular schedule. I can figure out what people are interested in. I can make videos on it, but I can't promise that the algorithm will put my stuff out to the people who would actually enjoy it. So I think 5K is a good goal. I also really want to start a Patreon or a channel membership this year. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, I think a channel membership would be easier for me to do, but I know a lot of people use Patreon, so let me know in the comments if you have a preference on Patreon or channel membership, and if you have a preference, if you've done this before, if you know like what a good subscriber level is, where it's like worthwhile to do that. I'm not quite sure when I want to do it. I think 5K would be a good number. I would love to hit 10K by the end of 2024, but that seems like a really huge goal, so we'll see if that happens. I'm sticking with 5K as the goal that I'm putting in this video. Okay, so let's start off with the reading goals for 2023. This year I read 168 books, and next year I would like to read around 150. I cannot believe that I read 168 books last year. That is so many books. As of the time that I'm filming this, which is the 30th of December, I have read 145 books. My goal this year was to read 150 books, and I did not reach that goal. And I think for next year, I'm putting my reading goal at 100. I don't think I want to push myself to read 150 books. I think last year was a bit of a fluke. I was just getting back into reading. I was reading absolutely everything under the sun that I could possibly think to read. My dog was going through some things. He was going on 5 or 6 walks a day. I was listening to audiobooks every time I took him on a walk. So I was just kind of forced into situations where I had to be reading for that long. And I like my life a lot better now, but it means that I'm reading a little bit less because I'm reading less audiobooks, if that makes sense. I also have a new relationship this year. I've been feeling more comfortable, like socializing and being out with friends. As a result, I'm doing more things socially, which I'm really happy about doing. I'm happy that I feel comfortable and happy enough to go do those things. And obviously that takes time, which then takes some time away from reading. So I'm gonna put my goal at 100. There are some other goals that I have for reading that I think 100 will make those goals easier. Intentionally reading less so I can read, you'll see in a second, bigger books. I just want to mention, looking at this video, my bookshelves look so empty. I didn't even have anything on the top shelves last year. And I have it's packed. I mean, you can see like this, I had to take decor off because they're just so full of things. I think you're gonna see a bookshelf reorganization video in the future because I have too many things and I need to figure this out. The horror shelf is overflowing. So instead of month goals, I'm gonna say I wanna read 12 nonfiction books. So that equates to 1 book a month, but if I read, okay, my goal is to read 12 nonfiction books. I did not do that. Let me tell you how many I actually read. I read 8 nonfiction books in 2023. I'm gonna have this goal again. I'm gonna say that I wanna read 1 nonfiction book a month. If I look at the ones that I read, the last time I read a nonfiction book was in June. So I was doing great. I was on track in the first half of the year, and then I just went out the window and I didn't read any nonfiction. So I just wanna make sure that I'm being intentional about reading nonfiction because I do love reading nonfiction and I would like to read more of it. A lot of the things that I read that are nonfiction are some of my favorite books. Like I love How to Not Die Alone. I really loved reading Unmasking Autism. I would like to read more books in that vein. So like I asked last year, I would love to hear recommendations that you have for nonfiction books that you really enjoyed. I was thinking I might go and look at like the Goodreads Choice Awards for nonfiction and just maybe make a list of like 15 books that I'm interested in at the beginning of the year, and then I can pick from that, like reserve them from my library and pick from that, because I love reading nonfiction books as audiobooks, and that way I'll have a list of things so it's easy to pick up one instead of being something that I have to then like go out and look for in the moment, because I just won't do that. Another goal I have is to read 12 big books. Okay, this is the big book goal. I wanted to read 12 big books, and I definitely didn't. Let's see how many I read. I counted big books as over 500 pages. I read 6. I got half of my goal, and one of those was a graphic novel, so not ideal. I did read Fourth Wing twice, so we could technically say that I read 6. Not my best track record for big books. I'm a little bit confused here because it says that The Long Way to the Small Gray Planet is 500 pages. Is it really that big? Okay, my copy is 441 pages, so I don't even know if we can count this. I do really want to read more big books, but I don't think I can read one book over 500 pages every single month. So I'm gonna knock this to 8 instead of 12 because I read like 6 last year. I think adding 2 I can do, but I don't want to pressure myself to do this every single month. So that is the goal. I want to read 8 books over 500 pages in 2024. If you have recs for big books that you really enjoy that are fast paced, especially if you have good audiobooks. I love reading long books on audio because I think I get discouraged when I'm reading physically, when it feels like I keep turning pages and I'm not getting anywhere. So I would love your help on that as well. Something that I think will be a stretch goal is to read 4 classics. Ooh, I forgot I had this goal. I had a goal to read 4 classics. I think I may have done it. I read 1984. I read Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. What else did I read? Did I read any other classics? Those are both for the same video. Classics. Here it is. Ooh, it says I read 5. Rover Random, it's counting as a classic. I'll take that. It's by J.R.R. Tolkien. Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, 1984. The Fisherman and His Soul by Oscar Wilde. And How Do You Live, which you guys have not seen me read yet, but I did just finish. That video is coming out hopefully next week. It's gonna be random upload. It doesn't really fit into my content calendar, but I filmed a really long video and I'm excited about it. So you're gonna get a random super long video in the middle of the week, probably next week. I achieved that goal. Fantastic. I would like to bring that into 2024 as well, because 1984 made it onto my top 10 of the year and I wasn't expecting it to. And I would like to curate that vibe for myself again in 2024. So I am keeping my 4 classics goal. Those are all of the reading goals that I have. Let's talk about book buying goals that I have. The thing I'm doing now is explaining how I only wanted to buy books that I thought were gonna be 5-star predictions. And I think I did a really good job at not overspending on books this year. I feel like I have a tendency to get so into things and just like spend my entire paycheck on them. I overspend, I pull back, I find a happy medium. I think I'm in that spot now. I used to struggle to spend less than $100 a month on books, and that was not feasible with the salary that I make. That average is much lower this year. So I am happy with the amount that I've spent on books. I think I did a good job with that. The only thing where I think I overbought a little bit was when I was doing the Goodreads Choice Awards video. This is one of the reasons why I don't think I'm gonna do that video next year, because you find out what the books are and you have like 2 or 3 weeks to read 15 books. It creates this sense of urgency. I can't wait to grab it from the library or for it to be available on Scribd. I have to read it then, and I end up overspending every single time that I do that video, and I end up with books that I bought that I don't read. I did a really good job this year of buying pretty much everything that I bought secondhand on Pango, which was cheaper but still expensive. I think letting that video go in 2024 is going to be really good to stop my overconsumption, because it's a lot of books that you're buying in a very short amount of time, and reading a lot is just an exhausting video all around. So long story short, I'm not making a goal about book buying this year. I don't need to go to book buying ban. I think I'm happy with the amount of books that I am consuming, but I am going to add an additional goal, and that is that I would like to read more things. This is a super ambiguous goal and it'll be very difficult to determine if I've actually achieved it. I would like to read more things that I have not heard anyone talk about. Like, I would love to go into a bookstore or go peruse the library and find something that I have never heard anyone talk about, or that I don't know how people feel about it, and just pick it up, read the synopsis, decide if I want to read it for myself, pick it up, and like form my own opinion on things before I hear other people talk about it. I absolutely love this community. I love being a part of the conversation, but I think it can be easy to not pick something up because I haven't heard anyone talk about it, and I feel like I could be missing some gems. So I would like to kind of take more chances on things that I haven't heard of. What I can control is uploading regularly. So my goal is to have 52 videos for you in 2023. My channel goal was to post 52 times. I definitely hit that goal. I did want to be posting once a week, and I took 2 weeks off, which is like the most time that I had ever taken off. And that was not great for me or the channel or anything, but it is what needed to happen. So I don't regret that in the slightest. Let me see if I can find out how many I actually posted. I posted 59 videos in 2023, and with this video, it'll be 60. So love that. My goal once again is to post every single week, 52 videos. I know it's a possibility where I'm gonna need to take time off, and I also know that there are some weeks where I'll post 2 videos. I'm happy with that goal. I do really love having a TBR, and I think the sweet spot for me is going to be a quarterly TBR. Okay, I decided last year to do seasonal TBRs and do one every 3 months, and I'm still deciding what I wanna do. You guys let me know in the comments what you would prefer. If you would prefer me to do like a winter TBR, summer TBR, and we'll do it for a season, or if you would prefer to see every single month. I've stopped doing monthly TBRs for the past couple of months just because I was in a weird space in my entire life, but I'm feeling like I'm ready for a little bit more structure in my reading. I'm feeling like I want to pick something up after I finish a book and I'm not sure what I want to read next, and so a TBR can be really helpful for me. So I do want to start doing TBRs again. Let me know in the comments if you'd rather see monthly or quarterly as like a seasonal thing. Okay, those were all the goals that I had in 2022, crazy, for the 2023 season, and I feel pretty happy with the amount of things that I was able to accomplish. I don't think I really have any additional like categories of goals that I want to share with you this year, or any additional things that I'm trying to add onto my plate. I really just want to kind of get back in touch with myself and my reading taste and this channel. I feel like the past couple of months have been kind of crazy in my personal life, and my health has been a bit weird, and there's just been a lot going on for me, and I'm really excited to go into 2024, excited about reading, excited about the channel again, and just really ready to make the content that I want to make. Let me know what you guys want to see from me in 2024. I would love to hear that in the comments. Let me know what your goals are for 2024. Let me know if you reached your goals in 2023. I'd love to know how many books you read, what your favorites were. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Seriously, you mean so much to me, and I'm so happy that I get to do this. I will see you next week for another year of reading.